I was on the Benton Mackay Trail, and we were actually east of Highway 515, which is sort of east of Blue Ridge, in that area. And I saw this white substances on the leaves, and the trees didn't look so good condition. So I called her. She had a wealth of information. Donna is a wealth of information on hemlocks. She must put in thousands of hours, I would swear, to do this job that she's doing. And every time you contact her, for instance, if you call up on the Hemlock helpline, she always answers the phone. I don't care when it is, what time of the day. There it is, Hemlock helpline, Donna Shearer speaking. What she's trying to do is educate and train people how to go out on their own property and treat trees.
The woolly adelgids came to our property in around 2005, and we treated around 400 hemlocks on the property because of the woolly adelgids. They are little imported invasive insects, not native here. And they were accidentally imported into Virginia in 1951 and have been spreading since then up and down the Appalachian mountain chain. They make a little white woolly egg sac covering. And you can see that on the underside of the branches, and they are piercing, sucking insects that suck the juice out of the tree and they kill it. For me personally, it has always been my favorite tree just because it's beautiful. But in the bigger picture, it's a keystone species in the ecological system. Their root system holds the soil from getting into the streams and rivers. The root system also filters pollutants out that otherwise would get into the streams. Their shade keeps the streams cool and clear and clean for the trout, which is a major big industry up here. And their leaf structure, their needle structure, does a lot of air filtration, a lot of CO2 sequestration. And they also provide shade for a lot of shade-loving plants. A lot of our endangered plants in North Georgia are shade lovers, and they're associated with hemlock habitat. And of course, they're important also for a lot of animal species that depend on that habitat, and particularly some migratory birds. And we don't know what's going to happen with some of the animals that depend on them. Do they go elsewhere? Do they choose another tree? Do they become endangered? But it's not a risk that we want to take if we can do something about it, and we can. That's the good thing.
I consider Donna to be the Johnny Appleseed of the hemlock conservation effort that's being put forth. I mean, she is just everywhere trying to teach everybody what they can do to save their trees. And she's making this education available to everybody that has trees.
If all the evergreens went away, this place would look like a disaster area. And of course that affects property values, but it also just affects the beauty of why people come up to the mountains. It's all green and healthy and vibrant.